Federal High Court in Abuja has today declined the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) to arraign the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, in the absence of his lawyers. Bello was scheduled to enter his plea before trial Justice Emeka Nwite on another 19-count charge that bordered on his alleged complicity in an 80.2 billion naira fraud. However, when the matter was called up, none of the lawyers representing the former governor was in court, saying he only got to know about the proceeding around 11 p.m. on Thursday. He also maintained that his lawyers were probably not aware that the case, which was originally adjourned till January 21, 2025, was later brought forward by the court. Nevertheless, EFCC's counsel, Mr. Kemi Finero San, urged the court to allow the defendant who had already mounted the dock to take his plea, but Justice Nwite replied that he was not willing to compel the defendant to enter his plea to the charge when his lawyers are not in court. The Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, in a statement revealed that President Bola Tinubu has stated that his economic reforms would not only benefit Nigeria, but also have a positive impact on the entire African continent, while praising the amicable relations between Nigeria and France, expressing gratitude for French President Emmanuel Macron's interest in the continent. Tinubu made the remarks at a state dinner hosted in his honor by the French government at the Palais d'Elysée in Paris. The Nigerian leader expressed confidence that Macron's goodwill would strengthen bilateral ties with positive impacts on the entire continent, as he also encouraged both Nigeria and French citizens to uphold the cordial relationship shared by the two nations. Meanwhile, Borno State Governor Babangana Zulum has said the tax reform bills of President Bola Tinubu will cause backwardness in the north and Nigeria at large. However, during an interview with newsmen, the governor said only Lagos State would benefit from the tax reform bill, while it will bring backwardness to north, southeast, south-south, and southwest like Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, and Ondo State. Zulum urged President Bola Tinubu to revisit the tax reform bills in light of the fact that he received 60% of his votes from the northern region. Nigeria's former finance minister and the first African woman to lead the World Trade Organization WTO, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has been elected for a second term as Director General. Okonjo-Iweala announced her intention to seek a second term in September, and Chair of the General Council, Ambassador Peter Orberg of Norway, noted that no other nominations were received before the 8th November deadline. Her second term is effective from September 2025, when her current term ends. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Segun Showumi, has revealed that the party's former presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has not informed anybody about contesting in 2027, noting that PDP is a very structured political party that does not dash its ticket at any level to people. The former presidential campaign spokesperson in televised interview insisted that candidates must contest in PDP's primary elections for every ticket.
First of all, they have not given us a legacy that is so great, and their record is not as pristine. So what are you even wonder by what magic are they even bellowing some unreasonable things? For instance, it is not his position anybody to contest or not contest. It is the right of people to try to contest. And you cannot be bullying one person and screaming his name all over the place because he's exercising his right. That does not mean that I think that Atiku should contest or not contest. That's his decision. I think Chief John needs to go easy. He's been going after him for way too long. It's not beginning to bother on jealousy.
However, he maintained that it's still early for the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to be talking about the 2027 presidential election. In a move to decongest correctional facilities across the state, the Chief Judge of Ogun State, Justice Mosumola Dipeolu, has pardoned 14 inmates during a jail delivery exercise held at the Judiciary Complex, Kobakbe, Abeokuta, the state capital, today on health and compassionate grounds. However, the CJ declined to pardon two high-profile suspects, a 51-year-old man, Jimo Mohammed, who was accused of raping a 14-year-old girl in 2018, and Suru Philip, 40 years old, allegedly involved in the 2019 kidnapping of a traditional ruler in Efire Town, Ogun Waterside local government area. Justice Dipeolu described the jail delivery exercise as a vital tool for reviewing cases, expediting justice, and reintegrating inmates into society. She, however, urged the pardoned inmates to turn a new leaf and embrace a crime-free life, emphasizing the significance of the opportunity granted to them. You are still listening to News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti. Still to come, mob set two suspected phone thieves on fire in Plateau. Don't go away, we'll be back.
Season is here with us again. Oh yes, Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti is using this medium to inform and invite children, parents, heads of nursery, primary and secondary schools, churches and individuals wishing to sponsor children and be a part of our 2024 Father Christmas show beginning from 2nd to 24th December 2024. Come and let's revel in the season of love and giving. It promises to be fun-filled. Our Father Christmas will arrive from Rome and be seated at his grotto in our station to receive children, dance and play with them. There are lots of take-home goodies and gifts from Father Christmas, as well as toys and play gadgets to make children's visit interesting, long-lasting, and memorable. For further inquiries, please contact Desmond Olaoluwa on 0806 511 4430 or by
Head on the left out. Come and register your children for Santa Claus visitation and carol rendition here at Adamimogo 107.7 FM. However, you can follow us on our Facebook channels via Adamimogo 107.7 FM, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channels. For happenings around you on these inquiries, please contact our newsroom on this number 0811 801 8242. Now to the rest of the news. Parents have been advised to monitor and take good care of their children as they grow, teaching them the way of the Lord, as whatever goes around comes around. Pastor Professor Joseph Adebisiola of Seventh-day Adventist Odoja Otunekiti gave the advice while delivering a sermon at the burial ceremony of late Princess Abimbola Dokas Adeoyeni Onyiloye, who died at the age of 97 years. While speaking, the first son of the deceased, Anyoladron Adeoye, referred to his mother as a disciplinarian whose legacy is worthy of emulation, stating that he would never trade her for anything.
I will say my mother, great woman, kind, loving, witty, everything. Probably today, I don't know where I will be if not for her, because my father is liberal-minded. He allowed me to do everything, but my mother, discipline is the watchword.
Also, another daughter who based abroad, Mrs. Moradeon Arije, praised her late mother for being the best she could be in raising them well, stating that her late mother never condoned laziness.
My mother is the best mother in the whole world. She was perfectly made for us. She suffered and took care of us. We never had to want or need anything. And she doesn't request for anything from us. She just does everything effortlessly. And my mother's best prayer is, so many people in town, they always say, my mother did this for me, your mother did this for me. I said, I didn't know my mother was this nice because it was so hard on me. But I have a perfect mother. And I had a deal with my mom that if there's another life, I want her to be my mother.
The duo, however, appreciated all and sundry for gracing the occasion of the celebration of their lovely mother's departure. In Ondo State, the Ondo State Government Task Force has announced plans to clamp down on fake practitioners of traditional, missionary and faith-based birth services in 2025. The Administrative Secretary of the Ondo State Alternative Medicine Board, Mrs. Lucky Akirele, disclosed this during a one-day seminar and training session for traditional, missionary and faith-based birth attendants in Akure, the state capital. According to her, the government has implemented measures to prevent maternal and child mortality in the state, emphasizing the importance of all practitioners registering with the Ondo State Alternative Medicine Board. Edo State government has today lifted the suspension imposed on the state security outfit and renamed it Edo State Security Corps. The state security outfit, which was known as Edo State Security Network, was banned by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, in September before the governorship election in the state. The decision to lift the suspension was contained in a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Fred Itua, disclosed this morning in a statement. Two suspected phone thieves were set ablaze by an irate mob today in the Kabong community of Jos North local government area of Plateau State. Eyewitnesses reported that the suspects were attacking passerbys and road users with weapons, robbing them of phones and other valuables. Bystanders, angered by the incident and reportedly mustered the courage to pursue them, while some of the suspects managed to escape. Two were caught and set ablaze 2 seconds by the mob. Plateau State Police Command spokesperson DSP Alabo Alfred confirmed the incident. In Cross River, the Catholic Church has called on the federal government to build more correctional facilities in the country to hold increasing numbers of convicted criminals. The church expressed concern that inmates are living in very miserable conditions due to inadequate number of correctional facilities in the country. Sir Charles Mbelede, the worthy Supreme Knight of the Order of the Knights of St. Mulumba, Nigeria, made the call while briefing his men about this year's convention held in Calabar, stated that there are 84,000 inmates, out of which only 27,000 inmates have been convicted. Mbelede insisted that their efforts are mere palliatives, stressing that the enduring solution rests on radical reforms which must be given the urgency required. On business news this evening, federal government declares electricity subsidy expenditure to hit 2.4 trillion naira by year end. Joel Ogwe is standing by on these and more.
Good evening and welcome to Business News. The federal government, through its Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC), has declared to spend about 2.4 trillion on power subsidies before the end of this year. NEC's Commissioner of Planning, Research and Strategy, Dr. Yusuf Ali, disclosed this at the PWCS Annual Power and Utilities Roundtable Team Reigniting Hope in Nigeria's Electric Power Sector in Lagos yesterday. Ali emphasized that the 2.4 trillion is an annual estimate that could adjust depending on the monthly cost-benefit tariff. Also, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, who was represented by the Chief Technical Advisor to the Minister, Adedayo Oluwaniyi, said the Ministry of Power, in collaboration with PricewaterhouseCoopers, has developed a draft integrated national electricity policy aimed at addressing critical challenges in Nigeria's power sector. Still on business news, the Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria, Petron, has stated that the newly refurbished Port Harcourt refinery will sell its petrol at 1,030 naira per litre. In a statement, the Petron spokesperson Joseph Obele said that NNPC announced to the association that a litre of premium motor spirit will be sold at 1,030 naira at the refinery. Meanwhile, the association has urged NNPC Retail to reduce the price further to give Nigerians a blissful Yuletide celebration. While debunking the claims that the refinery was not working as claimed, Obele stated emphatically that the old Port Harcourt refinery is operational and producing refined petroleum products at the moment. That is all on business this evening. I am Joel Ogwe.
Thank you, Joel Ogboy. And on foreign news, China sentences journalist to 7 years jail on spy charges. Ayomide Soroleri has detailed these and more.
Good evening and welcome to Foreign Scene. A bench court has sentenced veteran Chinese state media journalist Dong Yuyu to 7 years in prison on espionage charges. This was disclosed in a statement shared today by his family. Dong Yuyu, a senior columnist at the Communist Party newspaper Guangming Daily, was detained in February 2022 along with a Japanese diplomat at a Benji restaurant. The diplomat was released after a few hours of questioning, but Dong, 62, has been in custody since and was charged with spying last year. According to the statement, the family was shocked that the Chinese authority would blatantly deem a foreign embassy as an espionage organization and accused the former Japanese ambassador and his fellow diplomats of being spies. Today, Benji's foreign ministry responded to Dong's case by saying China is a country ruled by law. Still on foreign news, a Moscow councillor serving time in jail for speaking out against Russia's war in Ukraine has been given additional 3 years in prison. Recall that Alexei Gurinov, 63, was jailed for 7 years in 2022 after he was filmed criticizing the invasion in a city council meeting. At the time, he was believed to be the first person to be sentenced under laws targeting dissent following Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Today, Gorinov appeared at a court in the city of Vladimir to be sentenced for the charges of justifying terrorism. A judge also ordered that Gorinov be moved to a stricter prison facility. And that's all on foreign news. I am Ayomide Suruliri.
Thank you, Ayomide Soroleri. On sports update this evening, Nigeria suffered massive drop in latest FIFA rankings. Abiodun Babalola has these and more.
Welcome to Sport News. Nigeria striker Victor Osimhen, one of Europe's most prolific striker, has pledged to bring European glory to Turkish football. Osimhen made the declaration yesterday night following Galatasaray had fought 1-1 draw away at AZ Alkmaar in the UEFA Europa League. Osimhen's confidence in the team's European ambitions remain unwavering as he assured fans of his commitment to bring the coveted UEFA Cup to Turkish. Still on sports, Super Eagles drop from 36th in the world to 44th in the latest FIFA ranking as team then record the biggest drop among other countries. The Eagles drops was allegedly due to their poor outing in the latest international window, where they suffered an embarrassing 2-1 defeat at home to Rwanda in the latest phase of the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifier. Before the defeat to the East Africa, the Eagles had labored to a 1-1 draw with the Benin Republic at the Steady Flex Ivory Coast Boigny in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Though the points earned them a place at the 2025 AFCON in the Morocco, it contributed to the country's substantial decline in the global football standing. On the information provider of the FIFA website, Argentina remained the top ranking team, while Nigeria are the biggest climber, moving up from 131st position to 122nd, while also scoring the most points, 31.23 in the latest ranking. That's all on Sport News. I am Abiodun Babalola.
Thank you, Abiodun Babalola, for that. Now on entertainment. Rugged Man says barking at Davido won't fix Nigeria. Ayomide Ajayi is standing by.
Good evening and welcome to Entertainment News. Veteran rapper Michael Gochukwu Stevens, aka Rugged Man, has slammed those criticizing Afrobeat singer Davido over his comments on the Nigeria economy. Recall Davido has been under heavy fire after warning America's citizens against contemplating relocation to Africa, especially Nigeria, saying the country's economy is in a shambles. In a recent podcast interview, reacting, Rugged Man in a post on his X handle said Davido's comment was on point. He therefore urged the government to fix the economy so that no one would make similar comments in the future. He pointed out that criticizing Davido isn't fixing the country, stressing that the hardship is unbearable. Still on entertainment news, music stars Zlatan and Olamide have teamed up to release their highly anticipated new single, Gimme Your Love. According to reports, this collaboration marks a significant moment in their musical journeys, reigniting the chemistry that first brought Zlatan into the spotlight 7 years ago. Zlatan's highly energy delivery perfectly complements Olamide's razor-sharp lyricism, resulting in a track that promises to be a dance floor anthem. This latest collaboration showcases their growth and artistic evolution, proving their ability to create music that is both authentic and innovative. That's all on entertainment news. I am Ayomide Ajayi.
Fix grammar, they make both.
News Express this evening, a recap of our top stories. We told you that the Federal High Court in Abuja has today declined the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC to arraign the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, in the absence of his lawyers. Remember, we told you that a special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononoga, in a statement revealed that President Bola Tinubu has stated that his economic reforms would not only benefit Nigeria, but also have a positive impact on the entire Africa continent. And lastly, we told you that 2 suspected phone thieves were set ablaze by an irate mob today in the Kabong community of Just North local government area of Plateau State. And that's News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM or Lojidos Palace, Ido-Ekiti, on behalf of the production crew led by Kingsley in Novosa. My name is Michael Jason Ijasan. Thanks for listening.